Live? Okay. All right.
We're doing live. We're doing live. It's Thursday night. Yeah? Stream quality has been automatically lowered. It's my favorite thing to hear. My favorite thing to hear from the computer when we start a live is when it goes, the streaming quality has automatically been lowered because of the your internet is stupid. I don't know. It just says something mean, and it's not my favorite. Hi one friend. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. Oh, two friends. Hi, two friends. Nice to see both of you. Welcome. There's no Flamey here to tell me I talk too much. This could get really out of hand. She's my buffer. She keeps it reasonable. It's going to get a little scary. Hi, Benaya. Hello. YouTube is here. I love that YouTube is here now. It's fun. It's exciting times. Who knows what we'll discover on YouTube. This is the part of the show where I feel so lonely because Benjamin is sharing things on the internet instead of talking to me. We're doing just the two of us tonight because it's so way back, many centuries ago, actually a decent amount of time. Hi, Hans. Good to see you. Before all of this began, we used to go sing places live in the world, in the real world, and we called our little duo Story and Tune. And we wrote like 50 songs or something crazy last year, and we had a bunch of things that we used to do, and we're going to do some of that tonight. We've got some covers. We got some originals. Hi, Randy. Story and Tune Disco Hour. Yes, that's all we're going to do. Story and Tune Disco with Randy. Thank God you're back. I've been alone for so long.
Shh. Cut it out.
Say something. I'm out of things to say already. Okay, fine. You don't have to. Hi, Paul. Hi, everybody. Guys, video keeps pausing. Aw, Bill. I'm sorry. Hopefully that's happening on your end and not on our end. I mean, sorry. I'm sorry to wish that on you. Hi. Here's Flamey, who's not here. Not here. I don't know why. I just felt the need to pretend like I was mad at you for that for a second. Bill, I hope that you can get us to not pause because it's more fun if we're not pausing. Ben's gonna try to see if it's happening on our side of things. So look.
Oh my God, it's terrible on our side of things.
Oh no. Oh no.
Why is that?
I don't know. Did you take my computer off Wi-Fi before you closed it?
No, it doesn't. Really
Oh, that's a bummer. Would you like to just keep on keeping on, or do you want to try to do a thing about it? Okay, it's awkward when we stay here for a long time while we try to figure it out. So do you want to go back out and come back in, or are you? This is a quick figure it out.
On the thing, I don't know if
there's any figuring it out to do. It's getting better. It'll be fine. We're gonna roll with it, you guys. If it gets glitchy, just pretend that.
Keep it there and just keep an eye on it. Okay,
sure. Just pretend that is the disco effect, Randy. If the thing is pausing and unpausing it, that is the disco that you came here to see. Ta-da! We aim to please. And sometimes, hi, Cindy. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. That's fun. Oh, Matthew's Heathen now. That's great. Hi, Charlene. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. We are on YouTube somewhere, Paul. We're also on Facebook. We're lots of places all the time. We're doing more than one thing at once. It's great. It's exciting. All right. Should we sing? Let's sing a song.
We're not on YouTube, Paul Lee says.
We are on YouTube, okay. Paul.
Yeah.
We're there. Benaya's here. And he's on YouTube. So somehow we're talking. Good. We're there. Good. Hi, Dad. I wish you were here too, or we were there. It'd be fun. You guys, we're going to sing a song. If we get to the end of this song and you think the piano's too loud, you let us know, okay? They'll let us know.
Okay. We got married in a fever, hotter than the pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson, gonna mess around.
Really?
I'm going to Jackson. Out Jackson Town.
Go on down to Jackson. Go ahead and wreck your hell. Go play your hand, you big talking man. Make a big fool of yourself. Yeah, go on to Jackson. Go comb your hair.
I'm gonna snowball Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
See if I could.
It's a lot of talk.
I breeze to that city.
Not a lot of leaving.
People gonna stoop and bow. All them women gonna make me teach them why they don't know how. I'm going to Jackson.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Time to loose my coat.
Fun for you.
I'm going to Jackson.
And goodbye, that's all she wrote. I'm gonna laugh at you in Jackson.
Go on.
Dancing on a pony cake. They'll lead you around town like a scalded hound with your tail tucked between your legs. So go on to Jackson, you big talking man. And I'll be waiting in Jackson. Catch me if you can.
We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson. That's a fact. I'm going to Jackson.
Boy, bye.
I ain't ever coming back.
You don't even know what you're doing. You're just doing a solo without even trying.
I don't know, do you?
It just happened to you. You've been taken over by the spirit of the piano. Okay, we have a debate in the comments. Benjamin, who I'm assuming this is Benjamin here, Robot House is Benjamin, which is very exciting. He suddenly has his own identity, not just speaking to us through, and he's maybe they'll dance to something new. Benjamin says the piano's a little loud.
Oh, there you go.
But Matthew says sound levels sound great, and the YouTube link is working. So, I don't know. What do you think? Who do we trust?
I'm going to turn it down a little bit because it's making me a bit uncomfortable in the room.
Your comfort matters, Benjamin. My dad says he's been to Jackson, and it's not worth it.
I ain't been to Jackson.
Thanks, Shauna. I had fun not wearing fake eyelashes today, so I can wear my glasses. Because if I have to stand next to a drag queen eyelashes on, I can't wear my glasses because the eyelashes hit the glasses. Because it's a lot. It's so much. It's so much eyelash. They're magnetic. It's very exciting. What are you doing over there?
Looks like we're having a lot of technology issues tonight. People can't find us on YouTube. People can't play it on the thing. It's just.
I think everything's great.
Stupid.
Bandwidth is looking good now.
All right, good.
Yep, it looks great. And I believe Matthew when he says YouTube's there. I also believe the people on YouTube.
Okay.
Paul even says he found it. So I think we're good. I don't think we have to worry about tech. Yep, Paul's got us on the TV. We're good. All
right,
problems
good.
solved. Hi, Anissa.
Good.
What are we going to talk about all night? We don't really have a plan.
I asked you that, and you were like, we're just going to riff
It's gonna be
I'm
fine.
Like, okay, cool. Thanks for that direction, Karen. Appreciate it.
We've been alone in our house for a long time. It's weird and quiet here.
We're mostly just talking about kids' songs. We're in the middle of writing a show, so we're just mostly just talking about lyrics and changes and
It's true.
how executives see things and how other people see things and points of view.
Josh
all
Scott
been
is
very
here.
technical.
Hello from the other side, Josh. Sorry you read the Bible and you lied to all the people. It's fine.
Is this the
we like
on
you.
the
We
11th
like how
day
you
of
read the
Bible
Bible.
Gate, my pastor gave to me one spot of heresy.
10 angry white people. 9 ranting trolls. What a fun time to be alive. Hey, Ben, Josh is here, and I know a song of yours that Josh likes.
Okay.
We should sing it. Yeah, we are telling it. Hans, we're going to tell a love story. Listen, this is all of these songs, the original songs that are woven through here. A lot of them are our love story. So as we get there, as we get to them, we'll tell you. We'll tell you all the juicy details, the hot goss, everything you need to know.
I think this is actually somewhere around this week is the 4th year anniversary of this particular song. So happy 4th birthday.
We're not going to sing it like that. That's better. Yeah. Happy birthday, Colorado.
Would you come with me to Colorado? Would you scale the Rocky Mountains high? Would you trust this restless desperado? Would you love me till the seas run dry? Let's get away from the city and the noise, from the grinding pace, the pavement pounding, people and employees. Let's get away, feel the freedom of the road. We'll see where the wind blows. Would you come with me to El Dorado? Would you sail the stormy seven seas? 'Cause you see through all of my bravado, and yet you still keep choosing me. Don't come away where the wildflowers grow, where the answer to the question we all ask is I don't know. Oh, come away, hear the secrets of the leaves blowing in the soft spring breeze. Oh, come away with me, yeah. Oh, come away with me. Oh, come away with me, oh yeah. Would you come away with me?
Would you come with me to San Diego? Would you meet me at the waterside?
Would you trust this restless desperado? Would you love me till the seas run dry? Would you trust this restless desperado? Would you love me till the seas run dry? Would you trust this restless desperado? Would you love me till the seas run dry?
The Corneliuses would still like Restless Desperado merchandise.
I saw that as I looked down. I like that idea a lot.
Restless Desperado shirt, a Restless Desperado something. That gives us a lot of leeway to do all kinds of things.
I like it.
Charlene says she loved your podcast on the background of this song.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. It's funny because I put this podcast out as a way, I think, really honor the process of putting the record out, because I had been putting out these songs for about 2 years before the album came out, and I was like, am I going to be bored of them? Are people going to be bored of them? And I think it was just such a long journey and such a crazy journey in my life, leaving New York, my marriage breaking apart. So it was just such a crazy time in my life. I thought it might be a nice thing to sit with it and honor the stories and kind of the methodical making of it. And honestly, I enjoyed it. So the fact that anybody listened to the podcast is a delight to me.
Not this marriage, though. The other marriage. This marriage is fine.
No, not this marriage.
The other one is just making sure we're not starting rumors. We can't turn back. This is fine.
I wrote that song long before I met Karen.
Oh, good night. Good night, love goods. We love you a lot. Have a good sleep. The East Coast is hard. It's hard to be on the East Coast. On the West Coast, though, I don't think she's here yet. So, if she is, she's being quiet. But when y'all see Stephanie today, today, the day is Stephanie's birthday. So when she comes in, please inundate her. Please just will you see her come in, you just boom, happy birthday to Stephanie in the comments all over the place. I'll throw them all up on the screen. It'll be the closest we can come to shouting surprise. Okay, great. Now she's just gonna be like, I'm already here, losers. It's fine. But that'll be fine too. Katie, are you in here? Maybe not, but that's okay. She can catch us on the replay. Yeah. We did take a couple of requests this week. A few came in, and we were feeling optimistic. So we decided to do them.
We did.
We did. And one of them is this one, which is going to make you want to buy an Old Navy. I don't know, but she'll find us eventually. This will make you want to buy an Old Navy performance fleece. You know it will. If you were falling, then I would catch you. You need a light. I'd find a match, 'cause I love the way you say good morning, and you take me the way I am. If you are chilly, here, take my sweater. Your head is aching, I will make it better, 'cause I love the way you call me baby, and you take me the way I am. I'd buy you Rogaine when you start losing all your hair, so on patches to all your tear, 'cause I love you more than I could ever promise, and you take me the way I am. You take me the way you take me the way I am. 2007 is here with you. That Ingrid Michaelson album I loved so much. I went to see what's his name? Joshua Roden.
Josh Groban?
No, not Josh Groban.
Are we doing a musician or what are we?
Yeah,
what
he's a musician. Some guy.
Josh Ratton.
Yeah, Radin.
Josh Radin. Yeah.
Whatever. Him. I went to see him. He was the headliner. Ingrid was opening for him. She was so much better. Worlds better. This was when she just first had started doing all of the things, and she did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme, and she had the whole audience singing and doing the thing, and then he got up and he was like, I'm singing moody guitar songs, and we were all like, we liked singing TV show theme songs. Please bring Ingrid back.
It's funny because you're saying to me, as we're preparing for this song, she's like, you know this song? I'm like, I did know this song. She's like, the Old Navy commercial. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You were in Australia.
In 2007 in Australia. I mean, I was watching a little commercial TV maybe. But
do y'all not have Old Navy in Australia?
I don't know if we have Old Navy in Australia.
I feel like you probably don't.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Old Navy Gap.
If there's any Aussies on here, I think.
Aussies.
I think we've got
Do you have Old Navy
I don't
and
know
Gap?
if we have Old Navy.
What about Victoria's Secret?
We have Victoria's Secret.
You do?
Yeah.
Cool. That's fun.
It just go through brands like
it's trash
what about
garbage.
This? What about this?
I'm just curious.
We don't have what's the hamburger chain that's here? Burger King is Hungry Jack's in Australia.
Right. Yeah, but the logo's similar, so
Yeah.
it is. You can figure it out.
You kind of know.
It's a whole thing.
It's a little
God
hack.
forbid you should have a burger monarchy in Australia.
Mackenzie Sterling is here. Hello, Mackenzie.
I don't know. Hi, Mackenzie.
Casey's here. Hello, Casey.
Oh. Hi, everybody.
Here's Anisia trying to tag Stephanie in. It's her birthday, so maybe she's actually doing so defensive about Vicky's.
Who's defensive? Are you feeling defensive? Did
I'm
I
not
make you
feeling defensive.
Did I make you feel defensive? Oh, Ben was defensive? I don't know.
No, I don't feel
I
defensive.
feel zero defense about Victoria's Secret. They can shove it for all I care.
I mean, can you be defensive about a secret? I guess
I can be defensive because Victoria's Secret is like, you know what, we're gonna have non-inclusive sizes and really overinflate our prices and make, I'm gonna be the last to show up at the party for let's have some
Also,
basic body diversity in our runway shows. I don't know.
Wasn't the CEO really problematic too in this last year? Sometime he got fired or
Yeah, something like, listen.
No surprise there. No surprises.
I guess it's an appropriate Valentine's Day conversation to be talking about. There are better options. If you would like an alternative to Victoria's Secret, please Google Love Vera. Love Vera, Vera, in your internet if you need some alternative lingerie shopping. Tell them I sent you. Don't really. They don't know who I am, but I'm sending you. Have a good time. Okay.
Don't have a coupon
Bill
code.
Pitt says probably Old Royal Navy. That's a good joke, Bill.
I like it.
They like it. Bill, you and my dad are going to get along so well. You and my dad and Colby, we're going to send you guys out to do dad joke night one time when this is over and we can all be together. You guys are going to go have like a beer and a dad joke bonanza. It's going to be so great.
It'll be a dad joke fest.
Except you will call them just jokes.
Right.
Not dad jokes, just jokes. They'll just be called good jokes. Everyone will laugh and have a good time. Okay, Benjamin. Yeah, it's great. Stop worrying about it.
Yeah, it's not
Everything's
as
fine.
good as it's supposed to be.
It's okay, Ben.
We did have Cox come out and look at our thing, and they said it should be fine, but I don't think it's
Ben, don't worry.
about a thing.
Every little thing.
I worry because if we're stuttery on the internet, it's really annoying.
Where were you when we wrote this song called Birmingham?
I was in Birmingham, so that's why it's called Birmingham.
I
It
set
was
you up.
originally called Swell, and then one of my friends was like, "That's not such a great name." You know.
It sounds like you got bit by something. Is that edema? What's going on?
I don't know. It's not a great title.
Not great.
But I've never really been good at titles. It's just not something I enjoy.
I hate titling things.
I think if I had my druthers, I would basically I would sound like I was in an emo band because I love the Panic at the Disco, the long titles.
Yeah.
I like that because I kind of feel like that's
We could
what it
just
is.
name like our friends, like our songs like Friends episodes, like the one with the ocean. That's all of them. The one with the water metaphor because I'm a recovering evangelical.
The one
That's all
from
the
Hotel
songs.
Room in Birmingham. That's how the song is going to be called.
We had
Um,
just met,
Yeah.
more or less.
Well, we hadn't. Well,
We'd
I
been-
met online.
Yeah, we hadn't met. We'd been loosely connected on the internet. You'd been stalking me like a creepy stalker guy. A nice creepy stalker guy.
Yeah,
But still, I was like, iffy on you. And then you like slid into my DMs and I was like, still iffy. Not sure what the deal is. I like go to Kate Martin. Who's Benjamin Grace? She's like, well, he's a guy. And you seemed okay. We kept chatting about things. And then you were in Birmingham.
Yeah, I was on tour with 9 Beats, and just had a whole Sunday off in a hotel room, which I've never in my life spent a whole day in a hotel room. And so I just was like fooling around. I had my Mandocaster, my mandolin, and was just kind of fooling around with stuff. And then when I got onto social media, and you had posted this as a post, as I think is how it happened.
Did I?
Right?
Probably.
Or maybe I was going back through your posts or something.
I think what you had done, loosely connected on the internet, incredible band name. I think what you had done is asked me for lyrics because we were like, maybe we can write a song together. Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll collaborate. And I was like, I went back through all of my old journals and like song scraps and things that I had, and I had this chorus laying around.
Yeah, I think you had posted "Come and Dance with Me" on Instagram.
Yeah, which we still have not finished. Come and Dance with Me to this day.
It's a good tune, though.
It someday will be a good tune. Right now, it's not. Right now, it's nothing.
It's a good idea.
It's a nice idea. Dancing is fun. It's for Benjamin and Anissa. We should just write it for them. That'll be great. Oh, so I sent you this chorus that was from an old song that I had taken the verses and done something else with them with Brian James, and then I had this chorus left over that never got used. The rest of the song was Strawberry Moon, which is Brian's song. So you took this chorus, and then it became the first song we ever wrote together.
Yeah.
How the story goes.
And, well, the other part of that story is because I had recorded on a voice memo, I couldn't figure out how to send a voice memo over Facebook Messenger. So that's how I got her cell number, because it's like, hey, it's just easier if I just get your number to
It
send
sounds
you
really
the thing.
sneaky when you put it that way.
Well, it kind of was a little sneaky. And then we did talk on the phone that day, I think, didn't we?
Yeah, the first time we talked on the phone, you FaceTimed me, and it threw me off because I was driving, and you did not yet know about me that I do not like being surprised by video calls. PSA, I do not like being surprised by video calls. I will just ignore you. And so you freaked me out because I was driving, but I really desperately wanted to like seem cool to you, and I didn't want to. Paul, I don't know if we're going to do the song we released before on your birthday. Which
It was Torch, I think.
it was a torch?
It's not one
If I
of the lists,
remember
right?
That's okay, we got lots of them. We'll sing it for you another time.
And you'll be mine, although I could never keep you, and I'll be yours, though I will always be free. And we will burn like the fire in our bellies, and we will swell like the waves of the sea. Call for the clouds to freeze, tell the waters part, take to the rooftops with the sound, order the cannon cease, and find those who don't believe. Say what I found, say I am found. And you'll be mine, although I can never keep you, and I'll be yours, though I will always be free. And we will burn like the fire in our bellies, and we will swell like the waves of the sea. Bring me your best attempts, plan out halcyon days. Let all the ghosts we hide leave their holds, and should the ties that bind cut into flesh and bone, carry me home, and I'm coming home. And you'll be mine, although I could never keep you, and I'll be yours, though I will always be free. And we will burn like the fire in our bellies, and we will swell like the waves of the sea.
Was our first song.
There it is.
That was lovely. You know what we said we were going to do, and then we didn't think of things to do for it? We were going to do like the Team Ben, Team Karen thing. We were going to try to be Kate and Colby. We were going to be like, Team Ben, Team Karen. Which team are you?
For what?
To do a game. Like to find out which one of us is right about things. So like, Colby was telling us last week how it was like, do you wait for your tea to steep to the minute that it says on the thing, or do you just wing it? Which one are you? Oh, you're Team Kate. We were going to do that, but we didn't.
We were? I didn't.
But like, what are things that we don't agree on? Like, what are things, like the cooking one, but we can just steal that directly from Kate and Colby.
I don't know the answer to this question.
Right. Well, think about it while we're singing songs, because like now we have to come up with things to do.
I am not
Thanks,
like
Josh.
you, Karen. I can't think about things as I'm doing other things. I am playing the piano. I am singing the songs. I am reading the lyrics. I'm one of these people, actually, I'm kind of terrible at remembering lyrics. So I did, when I went on tour with Heathen a while back, I had to kind of learn some of these songs.
Yeah.
And then the problem is when we kind of write so many damn songs, it's like,
many.
I can't remember these things. So
I feel like the categories where we disagree are just the same as the Kate and Colby ones. Like they're exactly the same. Like the cooking one.
This is true.
Cooking one is true. Like you follow directions and I do not on most things in life. Team Karen. Thanks, Kate. I remember all the things. You remember none of the things.
Yeah,
That's
I don't remember anything.
A real thrill. It's a good thing you like me and you trust me to tell you the truth about your life. That's important.
Well, here's something that I think is different. If you're some sort of creative person, right? If you're kind of, I know that Josh Scott is here, so whether you're someone who kind of like makes words for a living and preaches or makes music or whatever it is. If someone who puts something out of the world, once you put it out there, do you go back and check it out? Like Josh, you ever watch your sermons back? Do you ever do that? Because this is something that is a little bit of a difference between Karen and I, is that she does not like watching things back on the internet. I haven't always liked it, but I think because I've kind of just been around in the world, and because you have to post things to your damn social media, I have to go and watch the video again so I can splice up a little bit of it and put up online. Or
I want to set it and forget it so I don't regret it. That's my motto that I live by. Okay, so team Ben, team Karen, if you make something and you put it out in the world or publish something, or even like whatever you do a good job on a thing, do you like to go back and watch it, or do you like to never? Team Karen is never, ever engage with that thing again and hope to God no one ever watches it near you so that you have to. Team Ben is watch the thing or listen to the song. You like to listen to your songs. You go back and listen to them.
I do.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's interesting because I think Taylor Swift is one of these classic people. Like, if you haven't heard the story that what she did recently, have we talked about this on Heathen Happy Hour?
Taylor doing the thing? I don't think we did.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So Taylor Swift
badass.
dropped the first single, which is Love Story, off the Fearless album. She has re-recorded the entire thing because several years ago, what happened was basically a capital firm just bought the rights to her songs for $300 million, and she was pissed because she was just like, why didn't I get the option to own my music? And they're basically just, because there's the two different rights in the song, the mechanical royalties, which is actually the recording, because it was owned by her record label, and they sold that off. She no longer had the rights to those recordings, even though she still had the songwriting, the publishing royalty. So every time a song kind of gets placed, they make a chunk off the recording. So what she did was like, I'm going to cut you guys out of it. I'm going to re-record this whole damn album, and I'm going to re-record 7 of the albums, and I'm going to put them out myself as Taylor's version.
Anything you can steal, I can steal better.
Yep. And I think that's fascinating because she didn't go back in and make a brand new, like a 2021 version of it.
No, it
like,
sounds pretty much the same.
It's just kind of the same thing. And
Slightly
I'm like,
better.
that's really killer.
It's great.
To kind of be able to go back and be like, I'm going to remake that album kind of the way I made it. Like, it's really incredible. I mean, there were other few cool little things. Like, she actually made her touring band was the one that actually like recorded these versions of it because they've been playing them for so many years. And I think that's really wonderful the way she honored that band. So,
all right, pretty good divide here. So Kate is team me. Josh, I feel like Josh's Lord Never implies to me that he and I have been on the same journey with like having to do video live streaming during COVID because it is just, whoa, it is a lot. Anissa, though, is team Ben. Charlene is team Ben. I love rereading my poems. I do reread poems. I do that, but like not much, I guess. I don't know. Just stick them out there and then listen. Okay, team Ben, pretty even split. I want to know, right, is Colby team Ben or team Matthew's team you?
Here's the next team Ben, team Karen thing.
Okay, I'm scared when you come up with them. It makes me nervous.
Well, so that last song we played, Birmingham, we released that on Valentine's Day. If you want to already cross that on social media, go and check it out. It's on Spotify, Apple, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, all the things. We'd love you to stream that song and add it to your playlists. But
it's the same question.
It kind of is the same question.
It's the same question.
It's a little bit different.
You just want to tell them that I didn't listen to it before you put it out in the world. Ben thinks it's I recorded it. I hate recording. I didn't sing for 14 years in public. I did this whole thing. I've got a lot of anxiety about it. I hate recording things. I don't like listening to my recorded voice. So sometimes in order to get something out in the world, I need to not become a barrier. And for me with Birmingham, which is now out there, I needed to not listen to it because I was going to be like, and have a whole thing about it. I was like, I trust you. If you say it's good, put it out there. And then once it's out there, I have to just go with it.
I think the question was slightly different for me because it has evolved a little bit. But when I first heard my recorded voice, I had exactly the same kind of feeling as you did. I'm like, I'm never going to do that again. It's awful. I don't want to hear it. I'm just done. Like, that's it. And I've had to, obviously, over the years, go into the studio multiple times, and we built a little vocal booth out of a closet here in the space, and I'm loving that. Like, it's a good experience for me, finally. I know Matthew loves that as well. You have hate the sound of your own voice in that vocal booth. Just absolutely hate it. So.
I do. Contrary to how it appears, I strongly dislike the sound of my own voice. There's nothing in my front-facing personality that would imply that is true, but I really don't. It's a silly thing, and I know that it's my shit. Like, I know that that's me, that I'm the problem there. So it is an interesting growth edge. to learn about it and to work through it and to do all of those things? I guess that's a fun question. Team Karen, you hate the sound of your own voice?
Right. Or have you learned to kind of like the sound of your own voice and maybe even live with it?
That's what it is. It'll be fun. It's a fun,
Anyway,
vulnerable
so
question.
it was funny
for you
because
kids.
I made her do all these really weird things. Like if you listen to the recording in the second verse, there's all these like R's and O's that are right up there and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And
you
she
made
was
me
just like,
stay
this
in
is
there
really,
longer.
really stupid. I'm like, no, I'm going to make this. I've got an idea of how I'm going to make this sound.
It sounds really nice. You can find it wherever you get your music.
Anyway, okay. All right, that's enough of that story, I think.
We should sing a cover of a song by the greatest living songwriter. We haven't referenced the greatest living songwriter in so long. It's not Joshua Radin. It's Jason Isbell. You sent this to me trying to woo me.
It works.
You were like, here's how I'm going to get the girl. Send her this song.
A heart on the run keeps a hand on the gun. Can't trust anyone. And I was so sure what I needed was more. Try to shoot out the sun. In days when we raged, we flew off the page. Such damage was done. But I made it through, 'cause somebody knew I was meant for someone. So girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room till someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house and I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up, I know you're enough to use me for good. Put your faith to the test when I tore off your dress in Richmond on high. But I sobered up and I swore off that stuff forever this time. The old lovers sing, I thought it'd be me who helped him get home. But home was a dream, one that I'd never seen till you came along. So girl, hang your dress up to dry. We ain't leaving this room till Percy Priest breaks open wide and the river runs through. Carries this house on the stones like a piece of driftwood. So cover me up, I know you're enough to use me for good. Girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room till someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. It's cold in this house and I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up, know you're enough to use me for good. So cover me up. I know you're enough to use me for good.
It was a good wooing strategy. Anyone wrong? It was a nice one. You introduced me to the greatest living songwriter.
I'm never gonna live that down. That little
Ever.
joke.
Why? Why would you ever want to live that down? It's
I
great.
think it's fascinating. I think it's one of these things that I kind of find fascinating about songs like that is there is a lyric in there which makes no sense to me because I have no idea what it actually means. That
Yeah.
till Percy Priest breaks open wide and the river runs through. I'm like, I have to look up what Percy Priest is.
Right.
And we'll wait and see if anyone in the comments actually knows what it is. But I think that's fascinating because it still is like this thing which feels emotional, but you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like
it's like there's universal in the specific. Such
this
a
conversation
jerk.
again.
I know, Josh. So here's the thing. I thought that song was the best Jason Isbell song, and then you guys were all like, "If we were vampires, if we were vampires, if we," and I was like, "Why? How could a song about vampires be better than this song?" And then we sang it, and I still I cannot get through vampires. It is the I'll work hard till the end of my shift line. I don't know why, but I cannot sing that line without I work hard to the end of my shift. Hans said this really lovely thing in here where he says that he went back and he watched a few previous episodes of Heathen Happy Hour, and it's amazing how much the show has grown and the technical aspects had improved. That is due 100% to two human beings, the technical improvements, Colby Martin and Ben Grace.
That's right. I thought Josh Scott might know because he's in the local area in Nashville. Percy Priest is a lake which has a dam.
You can tell he's not listening to what I'm saying when he says "that's right" to something that was just complimenting him, and then goes on to talk about something else. I was no idea that I just gave him a big compliment.
What did you say to me?
I was saying that Hans was saying that the tech quality of the show's improved so much, and I said that's all you and Colby. That I think all the lights and the tech stuff and all that's you and Colby magic.
It's mostly Colby, but I
it's
do.
Mostly Colby.
Yeah, I care about it. That's why I'm kind of watching this stupid lines going up and down.
I resist kicking and screaming all the way. I'm the worst part of that. I am the resistance.
Yeah, so I don't have to worry about it.
I am the one who's nope, we should not do that cool new thing that will make this show more enjoyable for all of our people because it gives me stress. So I'm the selfish one who impedes progress. You're welcome. So then we had a long-distance relationship for a bit, right?
We did.
Yes, you went from wherever you were, then you went to Colorado for a while to hang out in the snow.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was in Birmingham when we wrote that song, and then I took you around in my pocket, which was my nickname for a little while.
Still is pocket in my phone.
To Dublin, Ireland,
Yeah.
which is kind of where your people originated from.
Yeah, Edinburgh.
And then Edinburgh, Scotland, which is where my people come from.
Yeah.
I did that for only a couple of days, each of those places, then came back to the States and then settled into Colorado for the winter. I was at a church in Colorado, out in Left Hand Church, which is up in Longmont, and I was living in Lyons with Paula Stone Williams, and it was kind of delightful.
Yeah,
It was just
hanging out
up in the
in Paula's
mountains
basement.
and up in the snow in Colorado for the winter.
Yep, which is where we met. I came out to Colorado to meet you in Golden. We met in a bar in Golden, Colorado, after we had already been dating exclusively for a while because we're weirdos and we do everything backward. But we met. We were like, okay, how are we going to do? We had to have a meet cute. I didn't want you to pick me up at the airport because who wants to meet somebody for the first time getting off of an airplane? I submit.
I love
no
how
one.
Movies and TV have made that meeting in the airport thing romantic, but it's just not.
You
all the
smell like
recycled
the sky.
air. You smell like the sky.
It's not good.
Like recycled air and stale breath.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're all rumpled and sweaty. It's bad. So my friend Kelly, who is a real just gem who I used to work with, Lila Baby, my friend Kelly was I'm you're the person I know in Colorado. Will you come get me at the airport and bring me somewhere? And she was sure. So she came and facilitated this meeting and drove me out to a friend's house in Golden. And then I got to go home and get dolled up and cute to go meet you. And then went and found you in a little bar. And it was fun. It was a good time. Oh, Josh, we would like to do an in-person Heathen Happy Hour as well. It's going to happen. This is just a thing that is 100% absolutely going to happen.
But I think there was more than just the long-distance relationship. I think, for both of us, we're both still processing kind of, marriages breaking down,
Sure.
the fear of what it means to get back into a kind of relationship, which,
Yep.
because we are who we are, because we have Ben and Karen, and because we're both emotional, romantic, swoony, feeling humans,
Yeah.
it just felt like things moved at a crazy rate of knots.
Yeah, we were trying to not be ridiculous. I think there was a lot of internal and external pressure to like not be ridiculous, but we're ridiculous, so we were at odds with our ridiculous selves, and then like, oh, we're being realistic. Then we met and it was fine.
So I think we were talking about that anxiety of both a long distance relationship and just the fear of kind of what coming in, the vulnerability of coming to a relationship, the vulnerability of sharing with someone new.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're doing a transition.
Yeah, I'm doing a transition.
I got it.
I'm doing the thing.
Good job.
I'm doing the thing that we're doing. So I think out of that riffage, you had sent me. Who sent who the first?
Yeah, so I always had a thing. So in addition to like the anxiety of this, like we both are anxiety sufferers in our own way. Like we both have our ways that our brains spin out and they're different, but we both do that. And so one of the ways that I manage that and the way that we manage it together is to make lists of things that are true. I make here's what I know lists when my brain starts spinning. Here's what I know is true. And so we were doing that over text message and talking about this idea of sort of writing into the fear. And, we were talking about the anxiety around this and how scary it was. And we were in one of our long distance phases where we hadn't felt like we could connect well, and long distance is hard for anybody. And so I was like, let's write a song about it. And so I had the verse, like, should you try to tell yourself I'm going to leave you? We just started with that, and then you wrote the chorus to this, and it just came from there. So this was literally us doing our own therapy, writing this song. So there's no pretense here. This was us trying to, like, save our relationship from anxiety doom by writing the fear a lullaby.
And it's funny because Karen's like, we should just write the fear lullaby. Like, she said it as in, that's what we should do. We should write a song.
Yeah.
And I was like, that line is so good. Like, that needs to be the actual hook of the song. So.
And then there was a pandemic, and the song took on a whole new meaning, as songs are often wont to do. So let's sing it.
Hi, Katie.
Okay.
Should you try to tell yourself I'm gonna leave you? If the fear carries inclined to believe you, when the ghosts of older stories are penned and deceive you, hold on. When the miles are much too hard and roads are too long, if my face in your mind is an unfinished song, and you're sure that the ride is all headed for wrong, hold on, hold on. Won't you write the fear a lullaby, reminder it's okay to cry, and find me in the folds of your desire. Tell the worries in your way to try again another day. Shut up and love me till they all expire. 'Cause I'm not done with you yet, and this weight around my neck is nothing but a make-believe goodbye. So write the fear a lullaby. Should the shadows in your memory undo you? If the edges of the truth blur and elude you, when the corners of the future try and tear a hole right through you, hold on, hold on. Won't you write the fear a lullaby, reminder it's okay to cry, and find me in the folds of your desire. Tell the worries in your way to try again another day. Shut up and love me till they all retire. 'Cause I'm not done with you yet, and this weight around my neck is nothing but a make-believe goodbye. So write the fear a lullaby. You tell her a story, I sing her a tune, as if words could heal the wounds. I tell her a story, you sing her a tune, as if words could heal the wounds, as if words could heal the wounds. And we'll write the fear a lullaby, remind her it's okay to cry, and find me in the folds of your desire. Tell the worries in your way to try again another day. Shut up and love me till they all get tired. 'Cause I'm not done with you yet, and this weight around my neck is nothing but a make-believe goodbye. So write the fear lullaby.
And they lived happily ever after.
There's some funny things. There's something I process because Karen is obviously more of the words person. She's the story into my tune, and the process of actually how sometimes kind of write songs actually hasn't changed a lot. Yeah. Oftentimes I will come up with, we'll have the idea or the hook for the song, and what I'll do is I'll sit down on the guitar or the piano, and then I'll just mumble some nonsense words to actually kind of get the rhythm and to kind of get the melody and structure, and then to hand it over to Karen, who will just then, deliver back to me kind of lyrics over the top of that structure that's scanned to it. And that, when I basically got your verse, sat down at the piano, started playing it,
Right.
and kind of the melody fell out, and then I just kept playing, and I just was riffing that chorus. And there's still a line in this song which I'm like, I don't know where it come from. I actually don't know, it doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense to me in that sense of like it's not a logical line I would come up with that, find me in the folds of your desire. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I still don't know entirely what that means.
Choose your own adventure line.
So, and I was probably just like, is it a little, I don't know, is it?
Do you know another way that we write songs? I just figured out where the new song is going to fit in this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think we should do it now, because another way that we write songs sometimes is I follow you around for approximately a year going, Benjamin, please, Ben, please, I wrote this song like 10 years ago and I can't piano. I can play 5 chords on the piano really badly, and so sometimes I write songs by myself. A long time ago, I wrote this song by myself with 3 chords on the piano, but it's not great. And I know that I can sing it for Ben, and he can just be like, do-do-do-do-do, here's the song. So last night after we practiced, we took this very old song that I'd written called Burn, which is a love song. And it is a song, Burn is a song about that love that like you can't get away from, that you've been trying to run away, that you know isn't good for you, and like you keep trying to run away and like build a new life and do a new thing, and then like it just shows up when you least expect it and like gets in there and messes everything up again. That kind of toxic, destructive, icky love. The thing's not there anymore, so you know.
That's okay.
And so I wrote this song by myself with a keyboard and then did nothing with it for 10 years because that is how it goes. And then I sang it for Ben last night, and he made it better, and he added new chords, and he changed the melody a little bit and like made it cool. And now I owe him forever because that's how that works, is he does a nice thing for me. So we literally put this together last night. I've never sung this in public ever. We've never done anything with this. So here you go. You guys get to hear the debut of this weird song.
And then after this, I want to put a pin, and I want to talk to Charlene just for 1 second.
So. Okay, great. We'll see how we do. This house was a victory. These walls held a salvage space, built of all that was left to me, built of lost things I can't replace. Your hands are a memory I keep locked deep away. These walls have been holding me. This house was a victory. Falling, but down. Don't breathe. The whole damn thing will crash around your face in places you weren't meant to go. You leaned on the door frame there, stained the floorboards and stripped my doubt. Now that I let you in, how the hell do I get you out? And your hands are all over me every time I turn around, like words on a melody. This house was a victory. Falling, burn down, don't breathe. The whole damn thing will crash around your face in places you weren't meant to go. Love will haunt these halls. Love haunts us all till we go down in flames. Falling, but down. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. The whole damn thing will crash around your face in places you weren't meant to go. I see your face in places you weren't meant to go. This house was a victory. This house was a victory. The end.
The end.
Our first song has now, look at that, it was born. It was just born out into the world, just like that.
I don't think that song should be called Burn.
Oh, what do you think it should be
There's
called?
just a lot of songs called Burn. And it doesn't tell you much about it. I think this house is a victory. It's like, if I saw that as a line, I'd be like,
This house was a
I don't know if
victory.
I understand it. And I think that kind of creates that tension.
Interesting. Okay, well, now there's a contest on who can come up with a good name for that song. This house was a victory. These walls held a salvaged space, built of all that was left of me, built of lost things I can't replace. Fall in, burn down, don't breathe. The whole damn thing will crash around your face in places you weren't meant to go. Go ahead, pick a title. What are you going to call it?
So the conversation happening up there, I want to come back around to with Charlene. Because I never really, we've been doing Heathen Happy Hour for a year, and sort of as a weird merger of kind of worlds of kind of, Karen's kind of roots and Matthew's kind of roots and friends and all the kind of the circles, and then people come in from Surgery and Grace Collective and people come in from all over the place. And so the connection, so Charlene talked about the amazing roundabout connection. Love listening to Paula's sermons from Left Hand. So Paula is actually my old boss's father in Brooklyn when I started church there. Paula was the chairman of the board of the church planning organization before she transitioned. And that was kind of how our church, not just that reason, but it was a big part of our church making the move to becoming an open and affirming church in Brooklyn. But it was a crazy, crazy period of my life. So it's really strange to have wound up in the mountains living with Paula and kind of working alongside her for a while. But I loved that whole environment there and thought it was an amazing place to land.
Shauna says we should call it Salvage Space. Shall I?
Salvage Space.
Colby says good bones with a Z because we're hardcore. Colby, I feel, really understands our brand, like better than anyone. Colby's nailed it. We could call it Bad Bones. It's bad to the bone. This is ongoing. I like it. Keep coming with these ideas. One of them is going to be the winner. I don't know which one yet. Obviously, if I was good at naming songs, it would have a name already that wasn't just to burn. Hey, Hans and Lisa, are you here? Are you here? We have a song for you. A Valentine's Day song. Ben's gonna sing it for you now. Wow.
This is another cover. I think actually, as a kid, this was one of my favorite albums, which was a live album. I think it was a double live album. I think. I don't remember the title of the actual album, but I loved this artist and still kind of do. So yeah, here we go. 'Cause I need love to ease my mind, and I need time, someone to call mine. My mama said you can't hurry love, oh, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy, it's a game of give and take. You can't hurry love, no, you just have to wait. Just trust in a good time, no matter how long it takes. How many heartaches must I stand before I find love to let me live again? Right now the only thing that keeps me hanging on, when I feel my strength, oh, it's almost gone. I remember mama said you can't hurry love, no, we just have to wait. She said love don't come easy, it's a game of give and take. You can't hurry love, no, you just have to wait. Just trust in a good time, no matter how long it takes. Now love don't come easy, but I keep on waiting, anticipating for that soul voice to talk to me at night, for some tender arms to hold me tight. I keep waiting till that day, but it ain't easy, no, you know it easy. My mama said.
Such a weird note I choose for that harmony. I don't know why I like that one when I do. It sounds like just on this side of being right, but like barely. Maybe it's wrong. It makes me happy just living on the edge. Paul says we should call it victory. I like that. Josh says burn, but not in a bad way, which is like a nice parenthetical addition to what I had. I love it.
Randy Jones says Diana Ross and the Supremes. Did they do a version of this song? I only know it as Phil Collins.
Oh yeah, then you know the wrong version of this song.
Really?
We're gonna hook you up later. Yeah.
I thought it was Phil Collins he requested. Or maybe I just didn't read it right.
I think he did request the Phil Collins one, but that doesn't mean.
The funniest thing is, obviously, the reason why we kind of did it that particular way was, you can't hurry love, oh, you just have to wait. He said, love don't come easy. Like
It's
the Phil
ironic.
Collins version is super, super fast.
Yeah,
And I'm just like,
well,
this is
hold on.
my
It's a bop. We did it, not a bop.
Try it differently.
Ours was not a bop. Yeah, that was on a mixtape that Hans made for Lisa. That's the nicest thing. When I was 15, I dated a guy named Alan who was like the super sweetest. He lived far away. He went to Multnomah Bible College because evangelical. But he made me a mixtape that was 101.1 or whatever. KILY, which was like Karen, I love you. And then like he was a DJ in between the songs. Like he would get on and do a whole little thing. It was the cutest thing. It was real nice. So
That's real cute.
I'm just saying, if you ever want to make me like a radio station or whatever,
What?
like, you could do that.
I am making your playlist. I'm recording the songs, like our songs. And
Yeah,
putting them on
that's
it.
true. That's neat. What in the Phil Collins? Yeah, Phil Collins is a cover. Yeah, everybody, listen, they're all mad at you. It's fine. I promise he'll hear the real one.
What in the Phil Collins?
It's going to be fine. When we do finally release a story and do an EP, which we will do in the future,
I thought it was an album.
an album. I think it's an album. I guess now it's an album. Yes, I win. Team Karen, it's an album. When
It
we finally
evolved.
release it, when we release it into the wild, the Story and Tune album, we're gonna have it's a whole thing about good boundaries. Love songs with healthy boundaries and like not codependent. We're going to call it the not codependent love songs album, the independent love songs
Independent
album.
love song.
Not codependent love songs album. It's a working title. Everything's a working title today.
Wasn't there a song in the 90s, like Independent Love Song with Stone Temple Pilots?
Yeah. You might say this was an independent love song. That one. I love that song. I'll show you how to take me. Okay, it's fine. So this was our first Good Boundaries love song that we wrote.
Yeah.
I think this was the first time we were like, we're going to write a song about good, healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
And this song is specifically for the phenomenon that happens when you know you can't go down with the boat with someone anymore. So when, and this happened for me, the place where this is most poignant is religion, where you have to choose to set a boundary between yourself and a family member because they don't support your orientation, the way that you love, the way you want to live your life. You can't fully be who you are in the world and stay in relationship with this person. And sometimes that's a romantic relationship, sometimes it's a parent-child relationship, sometimes it's a whatever, there's a friend relationship, but you know that the growing that you need to do that is healthy for you, that is going to save your life, that is going to keep you from drowning, you can't do if you stay treading water with this person. So that's where this song came from, and I think it will always be one of my absolute favorites because of that, because I think that there is nothing braver than that moment of saying, I'm going to save myself. I'm going to build a boat, and I'm going to save myself. It's the hardest thing in the world to do, and this is a song for all of the people who have made that very brave choice.
As I am tired of treading water, and I have begged you not to drown. I can't swim out any farther. I can only hear the sound of the waves that break and of my worst mistake. You should know. Hate to go. I am building a boat. I am leaving a lamplight. I am aiming for home. I'm hoping we'll find it. There is room for two. There's a place for you. You are always raging rivers. You go storming at the sea. The rain your hurricanes deliver. My love, it's killing me. We were all lost, and I will count the cost. You should know. Hate to go, but I am building a boat. I am leaving a lamplight. I am aiming for home. I'm hoping we'll find it. There is room for two. There's a place for you. I am building a boat. I am leaving a lamplight. I am aiming for home. I'm hoping we'll find it. There is room for two. There's a place for you. But I am building a boat. You should know. Hate to go.
Let's keep going right into the next one for the birthday girl. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't love you. I always will. Oh, I don't love you, but I always will. I don't love you, but I always will. I always will.
I wish you'd hold me when I turn my back.
The less I give, the more I get back.
Oh, your hands can heal, your hands can bruise.
I don't have a choice, but I still choose you. Oh, I don't love you, and I always will. Oh, I don't love you, but I always will. I don't love you, but I always will. Oh, I don't love you, but I always will. 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 I forgot to take the breath at the end of that. It's very
Sad song.
I always do that.
It's always better
Breathe.
when you breathe, Benjamin. That's what you said to yourself. I love that song too. I love all Civil War songs. I don't know. That's what I put when it's the very optimistic thing that I put when Spotify is like, what band do you guys sound like? We're always like, the Civil Wars. Obviously, just like them. It's totally fine. We're just as cool too. Like if you put us in like a black dress and a hipster hat and we stand in a field with like smoke around us, we pass for the Civil Wars.
I totally wanted to be the Civil Wars. And
fine.
then I went through the experience of the Civil Wars. I was really close to an artistic collaborator, and then they cut me out of their life. And I was like, that fucking sucks.
Not so fun.
It's not so romantic.
Not the best. Bye, Charlene. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. You were here for stopping by. You were here for a good
Thanks,
long time.
Charlene.
Bye, Charlene. We're gonna get a little bit country now. This song's a little
This
bit
song's
country.
also a good boundary song, though. This is
It
like
is.
going on the
This
same
is
EP.
going on the Healthy Boundaries EP for sure, because this is a song about not chasing people. This is a song about not chasing.
Ironically, this is one of the songs that Karen chased me around the house for a good couple months. Be like, we should write this song. This song is a good song.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was resistant to it because I don't think I knew how to get it out, honestly.
It's a
I don't
weird
think it was
one.
because I didn't like the song. I liked the song, but I kind of felt sometimes Karen has a pretty specific vision for the sound of it, the even the melody and kind of the groove. And I was just like, I couldn't find this at all. And then as soon as we found it, I kind of then had to confess to her a few months later. I'm like, I think this is actually a really, really good song.
Thanks.
I'm sorry that I,
Avoided it.
didn't rally.
Ran away from it, and I chased you, ironically, because the song is about not chasing people. This song came from another real-life situation that was not a romantic story about letting people leave when they decide to leave, and sort of this idea that when someone is leaving and when someone has said to you, there's a thing that happens. I don't know if y'all have ever had this happen with people where somebody is like, I'm leaving, don't follow me. And then they're like waiting for you to follow them, right? Because it's a test. And it's supposed to be like, but if you really love me, you will chase me down even though I tell you not to. If you really love me, like you're gonna come fight. And this song is kind of just going, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that actually. If you are gonna run away, if you're gonna go right now, I am not the one who is leaving. You are the one who is leaving, not me. So you come to me if you want to come back, because I did not leave. I stayed here. You left. So you can run on back. If you want to do running, just run away. You can run back, but I am staying put. And that's that.
All right.
That's what this song's about. We're going to play it not too fast. You slammed the door so hard when you walked out. That picture of my mama fell right off the wall. And somewhere in the shadow I could almost hear her words. Girl, don't you forget what you deserve. Now I know you've been taken for a ride. I know your heart's been broken, but baby, all this time I've been standing steady while you break into a run. And I can't keep us going if I'm going it alone. So I won't chase you anymore. We've been down this road too many times before. Now I won't drive through the night to find you. Write a love song that might remind you. Waste a prayer that you keep believing. Honey, I ain't the one who's leaving. How to tell the story of a man who couldn't take what's given, 'cause he's given all he can. You were always bleeding, though I never raised my hand. You were always leaving just to find out where we stand. But I can't chase you anymore. I am stronger now than I've ever been before. So I won't drive through the night to find you. Or write a love song that might remind you. Waste a prayer that you keep believing. Honey, I ain't the one who's leaving. If you want to try again, I'll be right here where I've always been. You can drive through the night to find me. Or write a love song that might remind me. Or say a prayer that I still believe in. Honey, I ain't the one who's leaving. Oh my God, you guys. I don't know who this person is, so if you're a friend just being cute, that's totally fine. But you guys, look. YouTube friend, YouTube commenter. Are you trolling us because we're called Heathen? Are you like a stranger who came here and is trolling us because we're called Heathen? Because I am so excited. I have been waiting for you for so long. Welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm so glad you're here. We're here singing love songs tonight. You can totally hang out with us. It's fine. If you feel the need to quote Bible verses in the comments, honey, you go for it. Nobody cares. We've all heard it before. We've read the Bible. We love it. We're cool. It's great. You can sit here. You can hang out. You can sing love songs. Welcome. And Jesus and I are cool. We're totally cool. Don't even worry about it, baby doll. I'm so glad you're here. All right. Oh, we're going to sing a song, and we're going to sing a song about my grandma. Mm-hmm. That's nice. I like that. My grandmother was a Christian Scientist, and well, my grandparents, my grandfather too, and I grew up in a different a very different version of Christianity from my grandparents, and didn't really talk to them too much about religion until the very end of my grandmother's life when we, Josh, they came for you. That's what I was saying. Do you guys follow Josh Scott? Did you know he's here? Dude, send them my way. I am here to draw fire. I'm so excited. I go on to Colby Martin's YouTube all the time just because I'm a glutton for punishment. And my friends hang out there, and I'm just like, hi, buddies.
Karen can't help it. She pokes
I
the
love
bears
it.
everywhere she goes.
I think it's, you know why? Because it was me. It was me for forever, for such a long time. That was me. And I have such love for that desperate need. It's just, I don't know. I like it. It's fun. Anyway, it's fine. Everybody is where they are, and it's great. It all belongs. Anyway, my grandmother, toward the end of her life, and I had a lot of really lovely chats about where our faith, my deconstructed Christianity, and her tried and true and dyed in the wool Christian Science that she carried all the way through her life, where they intersected and the places where they overlapped, which are basically that shame is nonsense, that love is everything, and that you cannot separate beloved human beings from whatever love or God or the divine is, however you define that. It has to be good enough that you cannot separate other people from it. You can't separate from love. You can't, no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try. So this is a song. It's a eulogy song, really, for my grandmother, which means I'll probably cry while I sing it for you. My daughter is Fable Genevieve after her, so this is also kind of a song about Fable. Genevieve sang me to sleep, and she tried to carry me home and to open my eyes. Shame carved an echo-shaped scar on my skin. Genevieve never had language for sin. Maybe we run farthest from what we need most, and it takes generations to give up the ghost of the way law can turn love to blades in our hands. You told me love is all that I am. You told me love is all. Oh, lay me down. Bleed solid ground into roots that'll help her to grow, while she spins around to the legacy sound of old maple and ivory keys, with her laugh like a lullaby for Genevieve. Genevieve sang me good night, and I know she left me with words she believed in her soul. Faith is a legacy broken with blame, so I'll sing to the small hope that carries her name. Maybe we hold tightest to the losses we fear, cling and carry away what we'd hope to keep near, and the way law can turn love to blades in our hands. You told me love was all that I am. You told me love was all. Oh, lay me down. Bleed solid ground into roots that'll help her to grow, while she spins into roots that'll help her to grow. While she spins around to the legacy sound of old maple and ivory keys, with her laugh like a lullaby for Genevieve. Genevieve sang me to sleep, and she tried to carry me home and to open my eyes. I'm just going to say, law has turned love to blades in your hands. That's my reply to all comments.
That's a response to the YouTube commenter.
Yeah. Law can turn love into blades in your hands.
I don't think we've shared with Josh Scott yet the remarkable thing that happened on Colby's YouTube.
Josh. Oh my God. I wish I had my phone. I could read it to you. Okay, so Josh. Sorry, everyone who's not in this weird
Didn't you send it to someone
battle.
recently?
I may have sent it. I did send it. Oh yeah, I sent it to my parents. It's on that thread. Okay, so Josh, my friend Pete on Colby's YouTube station, whose name is not Pete on Colby's YouTube channel, but I call him Pete because he's one of those like
CM Granger.
CM Granger. He's one of those YouTubers that doesn't like have any personal identifying information, but like wants to come at everybody real hard because like I'm not a real person. I'm a fake person.
That just popped up.
Right, exactly. Always the same, right? No identifiers, because then I can be mean to people in the name of Jesus, and no, it's me. And so I've been bantering with this guy, and I just started calling him Pete because it was fun. He's a real charmer, and it's fun to mess with him. But Pete showed up on one video, and he was like, just for anyone who happened to be led astray here, let me tell you what progressive Christianity believes. And then Pete proceeded to drop this list. Ready? Go ahead.
In order to help anyone who unfortunately stumbled onto this, here are the 10 commandments of progressive Christianity. Number 1, Jesus is a model for living more than an object for worship. Number 2, affirming people's potential is more important than reminding them of their brokenness. Number 3, the work of reconciliation should be valued over making judgments.
Yes.
Number 4, gracious behavior is more important than right belief.
Yes.
Number 5, inviting questions is more valuable than supplying answers.
God, yes.
Number 6, encouraging the personal search is more important than group uniformity.
Yes, obviously.
Number 7, meeting actual needs is more important than maintaining institutions.
I'm sorry. Like, do we even have to respond to that? Of course.
Number 8, peacemaking is more important than power.
Yes. Right.
Number 9, we should care more about love and less about sex.
Yes.
And the last, but not the least, number 10, life in this world is more important than the afterlife.
Pete has it figured out. He's got it.
And that he nails that entire list with this in mind, avoid this deceiver. He flips everything on its head.
I have never been more delighted. Colby just responds to it, and he's like, this is a great list. Like, I love it. I went back and flipped them all around backwards, and I was like, so just to be clear, like, to do the evangelical thing, like, I have to care more about sex and less about love, and, like, maintaining institutions is more important than meeting person. They all sound really silly when you do them backwards, but...
But it is.
But, oh my God, like, he totally gets it. So that's great. It's nice to be seen and understood, isn't it? That's nice. Pete, man,
So
he's
Josh,
a good guy.
we'll send you through that. I'll send it through on text as well.
Yeah, we
so
were
you
like,
can-
put
you
it
can
on the
have that.
website. Like, what can we do? Where can we
We were
stick
joking because
this?
CM Granger sounds like a great theologian. We just like want to put it on our website and be like, according to the YouTube theologian CM Granger, here are
Like,
the
he's nailed it. He
here are the
started,
10 commandments of
started
of
a whole progressive
Christianity.
movement all on his own. Aw, Pete.
I give him 2 years before he's deconstructed because
doing it,
he actually
Peter.
gets it.
Oh, man, I love it.
Rooting
that made
for
me
you,
so
Pete. Just rooting
happy.
for you.
Peter has it. He's got it. It's not biblical Christianity, apparently, but
Randy,
it's fine. You
this
got
has
it.
been a fantastic night despite the absence of disco.
If I do this every once in a while. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right.
Josh says that's a table of contents for Philip Gully's If the Church Were Christian, I believe. Is it? It'd be cool if it really was. You're right. Like, you've got that book. Because Pete told me he'd read lots of books. And I would like to know if that is true. I think he lied. He wouldn't tell me any of the books he'd actually read. Listen.
Speaking of heathen anthems
And the afterlife.
things we don't in the afterlife, here's another cover for your evening. One of my favorite songs of all time.
We love y'all. Thank you for coming and letting us talk at you for a couple hours. It's been good fun.
Love of mine, someday you will die, but I'll be close behind. Follow you into the dark, no blinding light, or tunnels to gates so wide, just our hands clasped so tight, waiting for the hint of a spark. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, I'll follow you into the dark. In Catholic school, as vicious as Roman rule, I got my knuckles bruised by a lady in black. I held my tongue as she told me, son, fear is the heart of love. So I never went back. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, I'll follow you into the dark. You and me have seen everything to see, from Bangkok to Calgary, and the soles of your shoes are all worn down. The time for sleep is now. There's nothing to cry about, 'cause we'll hold each other soon in the blackest of rooms. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, I'll follow you into the dark. I'll follow you into the dark.
Well, we sure love you people. This has been fun. I love Matthew, and I love when Flamey's here, but it's kind of nice to do. I forgot what it was like when we do things by ourselves.
That's right, you like me.
I do like you, and I like these people. It's nice to see them, and it's nice to sing songs that we wrote. That's fun. We're going to close out our night. Anissa, if Mercy's sleeping near you, you may want to put her away. That's a Death Cab song, Randy. Death Cab for Cutie. What a name for a band. I'm talking band names. We're going to wake everybody back up. This is a sing-along song, so y'all can sing along in your homes when we get to the sing-along part. Very important, because I miss having people to conduct.
Well, two things before we sign off, though, right?
Thing number one.
Thing number one, we don't talk about this very often at all, but we have retired the tip jar. You probably noticed that if you've been here around a while.
True.
So it's just the Patreon. So that's the kind of thing that we're kind of doing now. There's no pressure at all, because we want you to all feel like you belong in this space and you're welcome. And you can, throw your requests and throw everything at us.
Not everything. Don't throw everything at us.
But, given that we're coming up on a year, I totally get it. It's crazy. And number two, next week, we won't be here on the Heathen Podcast page. So next week, I'm playing the Folk Unlocked. It's actually the Folk Alliance International Festival has gone online this year.
Put the baby away.
And I've wanted to play this festival for a long time.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, so I'm going to be playing on the Ben Grace page next week, same time.
7
p.m. That will that event will come up online sometime tonight. We're not going to get to schedule that.
Yeah, and I'll do my best to share it over to the Heathen page too, in case you get lost,
Yes.
so that it's easy to find. But if you haven't already gone and liked Ben Grace music page, go do that. Just Ben Grace on, not Benjamin. He's Benjamin. Benjamin Grace Gilmore is you.
Yes.
Ben Grace is the music page. So make sure you're liking and following that, and then that should show up there in your feed. And then, what was your other thing you were going to say? Is that it?
Well,
Those
I talked
two
about
things?
I just was
Oh, that
talking
was
about-
two things, right?
Yeah. So yes, it'll be all originals because they're not allowed to play covers on this festival.
Yeah.
So all original. Ben Grace, Karen Thurston will be popping up. We'll probably doing some story and tunes
If he asks
in the folk
me,
tradition.
I'm
So there's a whole bunch of stuff we
very busy.
didn't play tonight, and that's probably because it fits better into the bucket for next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, playing a bunch of songs that we haven't played in ages.
Torch will be there, probably. Yeah, Torch will be there, Paul.
Yeah, there'll be some good storytelling folk songs.
We got deep thoughts
Next
from my
week.
dad. You want to hear him?
Oh yeah. I
If
wanna hear
there
it.
is afterlife, but you still have life, is there afterlife? I want to think afterlife is just different life.
These are the things we sit around talking late into the evening about often.
You know what that is? It's a good question. And what we've learned from our friend, Pete, a.k.a. CM Granger, is that it is better to raise questions than it is to provide answers. So to live into the ethic he has given me, I will not answer. I will just live into the question with you. So at one point, Ben, in our courtship, let's not use that word, it's triggering, in our relationship, you had to go back to New York, and you were a real whiner about it. You were not
I was
happy.
over New York. I'd been there for 7 years. I was just done with it. I was really, yeah.
Yep. And you were sending me just a barrage of irritable,
Yeah.
very Enneagram 4E.
About how Brooklyn is
Doomy.
humid and full of
This
stairs.
is the worst. Yeah, all of that about Brooklyn being humid and full of stairs and just absolute nonsense and mayhem. And I could do a whole lot of nothing to make New York better for you because I was in San Diego, and also I can't make New York better. It is what it is, really big. So I decided, as I am often wont to do, that the thing to do to cheer you up would be to write you some song lyrics about how, great news, PSA, you don't have to stay in New York City.
Yep.
And so that's where this song came from. We're going to sing you one last song tonight. We love you very, very much. Brooklyn is humid and full of stairs. Ready?
You don't have to stay in New York City. She's pretty, but she'll kill you in your sleep. Or a friend may call you brother, but the dogs will eat each other, trying to conquer all the things they cannot keep. So you don't have to stay in New York City. She's gorgeous, but her streets don't see the sun. When the love that you walk by won't even look you in the eye, you are playing in a game that can't be won.
Great news.
You don't have to stay in New York City. Kiss her hard and send her on her way. Send a postcard in the week from our corner of the beach, saying we'll come back to visit her someday.
And also,
You don't have to stay alone in Texas
that's right.
or chasing Colorado mountain highs. Oh, this silly little sunny shore is nowhere that you don't belong. You know we go together, you and I. You don't have to stay in New York City. She's the very best and worst kind of goodbye. Let her dance you through the streets and have her see you home to me. Keep the best of her and leave the rest behind. Keep the best of her and leave the rest behind.
Sing along time. I want to hear you.
Start spreading the news.
Ba, 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 da, da, da.
I'm leaving today.
Ba, 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 da, 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 da.
Don't want to be a part of it. New York, New York.
Ready?
These vagabond shoes
Ba, 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 da, da, da.
are longing to stray
Ba, 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 da, 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 da.
right from the very heart get some sleep. Oh yeah, and find there's nothing to do but go to the beach. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it, not in New York. If I could make it there, hell, I'll make it anywhere. So hey, fuck you, New York, New York.
We love you, San Diego. I feel like she needs to sort of shout at the end of that. It's fine. We love you all very much. Mwah, 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 mwah. You can find that Birmingham song is out in the world on Store and Tune, on Spotify, or pretty much anywhere. You can find it anywhere. Birmingham. Look it up. And you'll also find that Won't You Pay Me of Birmingham. And alone just the way she playing. Good night, we love you. Little house on the